Hello and welcome back to Driving with Todd, and I'm Todd. So, my brother wrote me, he has been watching my videos, and then he goes into great detail about some of the things that he watched. You got to understand, my brother had been a DJ for, I don't know how many years, 40, 45 years, something like that, a very long time. He was in various radio stations across the United States, from rock to country to, I think, beautiful music. So, he was talking about my psychedelic stuff that I'd put out there, and he says, "Boy, it really triggered a lot of things in his mind about the psychedelic music." And he started listing some of his favorite psychedelic songs. Well, one of them was "Pictures of Matchstick Men" by the Status Quo. Completely slipped my mind, but when he said that, it was like, "Yeah, I love that song." I mean, I had that single when I was a youngster, and I mean, it's got so much phasing in it, and the beginning guitar sounds a little like a sitar. It's just a great song. Don't know what it's about. I mean, back then I really didn't listen a lot to the lyrics. I was more into the music. So I'm gonna listen to the lyrics a little bit on this and see if they actually mean something. I got a feeling it's kind of trippy. A little bit of LSD or whatever else they were taking at the time. Now, one thing about the Status Quo I'd like to mention is, I wasn't sure how much psychedelic music they did, so I did some research on the Status Quo, and they actually did two albums in the '60s that were psychedelic, but they really didn't get them the press that they had been looking for. So in 1969, this came out in '68. In 1969, they switched over to a more hard rock boogie sound, which I knew because I have some later Status Quo. I've got this album here, which is Pile Driver. In fact, I just listened to it about 2 weeks ago, and this came out in 1972. Now, the Status Quo wasn't really big in the U.S., but very huge in the U.K. They had a lot of singles. I guess they had close to 100 singles in the U.K., 33 albums, most of them in the top 40. So again, they made their mark in Europe, specifically in the UK, not so much in this country, though they did have a cult following. Not because of psychedelic music and not because of Pictures of Matchstick Men, but because they're hard rock and they were boogie. So a little bit of Status Quo there. Thanks to my brother for recommending this one. I love this song, and like I said, it completely slipped my mind. So with that, let's listen to Pictures of Matchstick Men. Okay, I'm gonna start this over and play it again. Love that intro. Like I said, it's an electric guitar. I think they're trying to simulate a sitar. Sitar music was huge and kind of um, synonymous to psychedelic music. And then as soon as they got these phase drums where they're phasing the drum, and it's like, wow. I mean, that is classic psychedelic music of the mid '60s, '66, '67, '68 period. So let's play it. Let's start that over again. I mean, that this is just very, very nice. So he sees her face underneath his pillow. He sees her eyes, a shiny kind of yellow. Again, very trippy lyrics. He's obviously singing about somebody special. Notice the wah wah pedal that came in too. I mean, out of nowhere, this wah wah pedal guitar comes in and is playing along with the verse. It's just well put together. Let's go back a little bit so we can hear that. Pictures of Matchstick Men, that's all I see besides you. So the guy is definitely tripping on this person's face and seeing it just all over the place. Trippy, trippy lyrics. Your face won't leave me alone. Pictures of Matchstick Men and you. Images of Matchstick Men and you. All I ever see is them and you. You in the sky, with the sky, make men cry. You in the sky, with the sky, make men cry. Okay, that was awesome. Thanks, Big Brother. Thanks for recommending that one. I just, like I said, totally slipped my mind. But when that sucker came out, I love that song. I mean, there was so much phasing, and I mean, it was just so psychedelic. Um, I just love that song, and like I said, had the single and played it all the time. So, not much more to say about that one. I think that kind of went through it as a song played, but it definitely was the fact that this guy was seeing this girl's face, and that's what I'm assuming is all over the place. I mean, and no matter where he looked out the window, there she was. He looked in the mirror, there she was. I mean, just kind of cool. I'm not sure what the pictures of Matchstick Men had to do with it, but it made the song kind of trippy, kind of psychedelic, kind of acidy. So I hope you enjoyed listening to it. It's something that's fun. If you know more about Status Quo than what I related here, and you have some other songs that are of the psychedelic nature by the Status Quo, please leave them in the comments below. I'd just like to hear more by them. Like I said, I've got a couple of their albums, but they're more of their hard rock boogie albums. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please push the like. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel. Would love you to do that. And have yourself a wonderful day. Keep smiling. Love you all. Peace out, baby.